everyone, welcome to Coca channel. My name is Lome and today we are going to review Mooncat's Dearly Departed. Now, Dearly Departed from Mooncat are simply the shades that are being discontinued, and this time we have 15 of the shades. All of these 15 shades will be restocked today, the 18th of June as I'm speaking, and when they sell out, they will be sold out. They will not be restocked anymore. That's what discontinuing means, in case it's your first discontinuation. Here we have quite a lot of shades. I am actually amazed at the job they did. Like, for example, they added aphrodisiac, which in my opinion is such a gorgeous shade. I personally wouldn't buy it, but I see a lot of people liking it because it is a pink and it has a purple shimmer in it. It looks a little bit more sheer in the consistency. As I can see the nail lines in the pictures here shown on this side, but also I can see how people might love this. I think this is one of the better shades that are discontinued, even though it's not my preference. Again, I see a lot of people being sad about this one. We also have the Sirens Revenge, which is a gorgeous blue shade. I personally would buy this one. I don't know if I'll make it, but I think I might buy this one because I honestly like this blue and I like that it has a blue shimmer in it. I'm just in general a huge fan of blue hues. I am, of course, a world's first green color expert, but that being said, if I wasn't green color expert, I was pink color expert and then blue color expert in that order. And I'm honestly very impressed with this shade. I feel like people are missing out on this one, so grab this one if you like what you see. And I think it's one of the better shades that are being discontinued. Like, I personally would buy this myself because I see some beautiful blue flakies in it that shift from turquoise to blue to yellow even at extreme angles. I believe this one looks gorgeous, and I personally would definitely buy this myself. We also have Supervillain being discontinued, and I've seen a lot of people like this shade. I personally don't. I think it should be discontinued, and ha 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 ha, you deserve it. Because I personally am not a fan of purple flakies, and this is exactly what it is. If you like purple, I think you might love this shade, but for me personally, it's not as potent as, for example, dragon scales. The shift isn't seen as much, and the color itself is not my cup of tea. I kind of wish they made the shade in this formula that looks like gasoline leaks, like puddles of gasoline, you know, that kind of dark rainbow shade. That shade I would buy, but personally I'm not sad about Supervillain, nor I recommend it. I don't think it looks good, and I just don't like it personally. We also have Demeter's Harvest, which is yellow of the bunch, and what I like about it is that it's like a buttery corn yellow. It's warm in the shade itself, but it has this green beautiful shimmer in it. Now that one, purely because of the green shimmer, I like. I personally am a fan of yellows a lot, and this yellow looks very appealing, and I personally, honestly, if you are planning to get some Dearly Departed shades, I would recommend this one because it looks very beautiful. It's gold, it's green, it's everything in between, and I just cannot stop staring at it. I'm actually adding it to my wish list. At the time of filming, it is sold out, but once it gets back in, oh, we'll see. Maybe I'll get this one as well. Next up, we have Pixiestick. Now, again, I see a lot of people liking this one. It does look appealing to myself as well, but I personally wouldn't buy it because I'm not a fan of really light shades like that. This one looks really light and it has this blue to purple shimmer in it. It looks very pretty, if I'm being honest, but I just know I do not reach for shades like that like these little bright shades. The only bright light shade that I'm reaching for is the green-eyed monster, and purely because it glows in the dark in a green way. Other than that, I personally wouldn't wear that shade as well. I wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't green and glow in the dark green at that. But when it comes to pixiestick, I see a lot of people liking it. I personally think polished yogi would love this shade pixiestick if she doesn't have it at this moment, or if she does have it, I don't know. I feel like it's like her shade as a person. But for me, I'm not that girl. I'm not that girl. Now, I was a teensy bit surprised that Tectonic Shift is being discontinued. It is very reminiscent of Mermaid Bait in a sense, except this one has this even more impactful green shimmer. Or flakiest, should I say, because this one is flakiest in comparison. Mermaid Bait is not flakiest. Mermaid Blade? Oh my goodness, that is so wild. It's not exactly the same because the formulas are different. Mermaid Bait is a little bit more shimmery, like micro flakies in there, and Tectonic Shift has in your face, bam, flake. So this one I was surprised about because I do think it's a beautiful shade, and from all of the shades so far mentioned, I think this one is the most beautiful. I was genuinely surprised that this was being discontinued, but then again, if people buy Mermaid Bait, I think they don't see the point in having Tectonic Shift as well. Here in the pictures, you will see that they're not exactly dupes, but they do look very similar in the sense that they have pink shift, they have blue shift, and green shift in themselves. But Mermaid Bait is more fine, and therefore people I think like it more. I personally am a fan of both, and if I had to choose, I would definitely go for Tectonic Shift and Mermaid Bait both, because they are very different in my opinion, in the sense that they have those different flakies versus shimmers. I personally would justify having both, but I don't know, if you have Mermaid Bait, you might not want Tectonic Shift, but I personally would recommend it still because it does look beautiful, guys. It does look beautiful. I see something in it. It has potential to be one of the favorite shades of mine, so I'm adding this one to my wish list as well. Next up, we have Whiskey Sunrise. Now this one, I'm not surprised it's being discontinued because it's orange and people are not a fan of oranges usually. Like, they have to be a very specific kind of orange for people to like it, like Flight of the Monarchs, for example, because they are such a golden base that looks like a sunset on your nails. And Whiskey Sunrise, it looks okay. It looks good, but not I want to buy it kind of good way, because I don't know, I had Ultra Hot, and this is very reminiscent of Whiskey Sunrise for me personally. Of course, it's not the same, but they're similar in that sense, and I didn't like Ultra Hot, nor I am drawn to Whiskey Sunrise, so I personally wouldn't buy this one. But if you like brown/oranges, I think this might be your cup of tea. I can see that it also shifts to some pink or red or something like that. Yeah, to red perhaps, because it does look quite shifty, but it's not my type of shade, and I personally wouldn't recommend it, and I don't think you should get it. So yeah, Whiskey Sunrise is not that girl. We also have Curiosity Spray. Again, Stephanie would really like the shade. I personally don't. I think it looks like a little bit of a polish of everything in it, and everything too much. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, it looks good at certain angles, but when I look at it, it looks, for me personally, it looks like a trash of everything. This leans towards hollow taco types of formulas, which I am not a fan of. and that's why I buy from Mooncat more. Holotaco usually puts absolutely everything in their one kind of polish, and that not necessarily looks good on every polish. And I'm not a fan of this formula where it looks like it has a lot of things going on, because I feel overwhelmed by these formulas. I know many people like them, but I'm not one of them. I like my polishes to be more on a dainty side. I like them bright, but not too overcrowded, if that makes any sense. So Curiosity Spray for me, for example, is a little bit too much, and I personally wouldn't recommend it. We also have Antifragile, which is a gorgeous linear holographic formula, fully opaque in 2 coats. I can guarantee, like, it's definitely a 2-coater, but the purple itself, not my cup of. I used to have this kind of purple from Holotaco from their original rainbow collection. I don't remember the name, maybe it was Purple Slushy or something like that. It wasn't my favorite. From that shade alone, I realized I do not like purples that much, especially in that kind of range of shades. When it's really cool tone purple, I might get this one, or really warm purple, I might get this one, but this one is in the middle, and I'm not a fan of that. So I personally, if you like this shade, you're gonna like the formula, I can guarantee you that. And it is gorgeous in formula, but as the shade itself, like the tone of it, not a fan. Also, these linear holographics look very beautiful under the sun. They do not look like this in the picture. You can see it's under some very good lighting. It doesn't look like this in real life. It's gonna be kind of a dull shade when overcast, and very punchy kind of rainbowy shade when sunny. So just have that in mind. Linear hollows are not as seen when overcast. When under the sun, they look gorgeous. So if you like this shade, you kind of can grab it for the last time, but I personally wouldn't grab this one. No chance, bro, no chance. We also have Moonrise, which is one of these shades where it's a little bit too much, like a tad too much of everything. It doesn't look that interesting to me. It doesn't look that, you know, I want to buy this kind of shade for me. I personally think Moonrise looks okay at best, and they're discontinuing it because it looks like that. I see what many people see probably, and we don't buy this shade, and I personally wouldn't recommend it because it just looks okay. Nothing that impressive, nothing crazy, nothing unique, nothing exceptional, if you will. And yeah, I would skip on this one as well. We also have Hates of Hell. We also have Gates of Hell, which is honestly such a gorgeous shade. I had no idea they will discontinue that one. It's in my wish list already, so when it's being restocked, I'll see if I'll get it, if I make it to get it, because it does look gorgeous. It does look even better on indirect lights, and when direct it looks a little bit like duller, but on indirect lights I can see it has that beautiful red punchy shimmer to it, like on extreme angles. And I think that Gates of Hell actually looks beautiful. As I've mentioned before, it's in my wish list, and I personally would recommend you getting this one. But please wait until I get some money because I want to buy this one too. And please don't sell out on this one before I get it. Okay, thank you. I have no idea what Mooncat is thinking when discontinuing one of my favorite greens. I'm simply at a loss for words. If I'm making it, I will definitely grab a double up of this one because this is such a delicious shade. I only have half a bottle left, meaning that I do need a refill if I want to continue applying this on my nails. Beautiful muddy green base. We have these flakies that shift from orange to yellow to pink at extreme angles. Like, this is everything you want in your nail polish. And I personally, if you're in my channel, if you know me as a world's first green color expert, you're gonna love this shade. You're gonna buy it because it looks that good. Again, I need to buy a backup of it, so oh my god, I cannot speak today. I need to buy a backup of it. Beautiful. And please don't sell out. Please don't sell out until I get my monies, which is next month only. So this month is pre-planned already. I don't know. I need this shade. I need a backup of it, and I highly recommend it. This is gorgeous and I love it. It was in my top the year before last year in 2023. I think it was my favorite shade to date of the year. I mean, like, it's gorgeous. I love it and I highly recommend it. And please do not buy it all. Please do not buy it all, okay? We also have Venus Flytrap, which is the same linear holographic formula from Mooncat. Again, the shade is not my favorite itself, so I can see why they are discontinuing it, because it is meh shade. I don't think I want this in my collection. It looks okay. If you like the shade, I definitely recommend it, again, because the formula is gorgeous. But for me personally, Venus Flytrap didn't do anything, and I see a lot of linear holographics being discontinued next year as well, because some of the shades, I feel like they released a lot of the shades in following of Holotaco's success a little bit. Maybe they made these shades earlier, but some of these shades earlier, like Boa Constrictor or Not Today Satan, like those shades are cult classic, and Fake Halo as well. But other shades in linear holographic formula, like, you have to make the tint of the polish really interesting these days, because we all have Holotaco's rainbow collection. Like, this is kind of boring, and this shade is one of those kind of shades that are not that interesting, and I feel like Mooncat should branch out on their linear holographics, various kind of tints, something a little bit more interesting, because those purples and oranges and whatnot, they're boring. We want something new, we want something good, we want something amazing. And unfortunately, shades like Venus Flytrap are a little bit too dull, a little bit too boring, and yeah, I can't wait for Mooncat to release some new beautiful linear holographic shades. We also have Antivenom. It is being discontinued, and thank God it is, because it is unworkable formula. Unworkable. I hate it with a passion. I actually added some thinner to it and it still was gloopy and disgusting and patchy and whatnot. I already got my monies back for it. Someone in the comments recommended me, I think that was Janie, and she was like, well, you can get your monies back if you don't like the shade. And I was like, what? Y'all are crazy. So I got my money back. Mooncat was very super nice about it as well. I explained my situation. I explained that I thinned it out and it still had a very patchy formula. It's unworkable for me personally. And they just gave me, I think, a coupon and gave my money back. So I think that's very nice of them, because I don't know if they have to do that, but in my country, in Lithuania, that doesn't happen. Like, if you bought something, you bought it, it's your problem. You will not get your money back. And maybe you can get a discount of some sorts, but that's at most. And for me personally, this kind of customer service is exceptional, and I really like this. That's why I am not afraid to buy from Mooncat, like even when the bottles are breaking, because I can get my monies back. Like they're very friendly about it, they're very good about it. They're like, oh yeah, sure, you had a problem, no problem, we will solve that for you, and we will give you an additional discount as well. And I think that's how brands should work, because I definitely had a problem with this one. Antivenom, like, I hated it with passion, and I still do. And my hate cup is full of hate for this one. And yeah, I definitely do not recommend antivenom. Just don't buy it. It's horrible. And the last one, Midnight Rider. I honestly forgot Mooncat has this shade. It's a type of blue, but a blackened blue. Some scattered holographic glitter in it. It's a meh, you guys, unless you really like blues. But I had this experience with the 13th hour where I thought the black and blue would look so nice, and it didn't. It is just dull looking. It's not my favorite. I don't wear it ever. I still have it, of course, but for comparison reasons only, and not to wear it because I'm not a fan of it. This one though, Midnight Rider, looks brighter, but like it doesn't look that good. It doesn't look like House of Hades kind of good. So, well, Mooncat kind of shot in the foots themselves because they made House of Hades, and now any other shade of blue looks like deep blue looks a little bit dull compared to House of Hades, and Midnight Rider is exactly that. So I personally wouldn't recommend this shade. I don't think anyone should get it because it will look not as cool as House of Hades. So to round up everything from this entire discontinuation, dearly departed collection, as I might call it, I only would get the Sirens' Revenge, Demeter's Harvest, Gates of Hell, Prickly Pear, and Tectonic Shift, and that's it. I think other shades are not worth even thinking about it unless you like the shades, except for Antivenom. That formula is disgusting and I don't like that at all, and I strongly do not recommend having this. And that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please subscribe, and see you in my next one. Bye.